asleep. I don't know if Kimana is, but I'm in the garage anyways. I don't know why I'm talking this quiet. But anyways, today's Friday the 13th. We have a couple things we have to do. We have the grocery shop, and Kimana gets her 1 month recheck for her piercing, which I've never had that before in my life. I've been pierced literally everywhere. And they didn't do no 1 month checkup for me. So what are they called? Fox Labyrinth in El Paso. You guys were pretty dope for that. And then they do a 3 month checkup after that, which is like, come on now. They're really trying to make sure that their name is not tarnished in these streets. But I wanted to get a piercing. I wanted to pierce right here. I might grow some cajones and do it today. I don't know. But anyways, we gotta do that. And then what else? I don't know if I should do a Walmart pickup or if I should just go in the store. I'm kind of feeling like I want to go in the store. So yeah, I don't know if I ever showed you guys all of our stuff. You guys know my grandparents, of course. It's my peoples right here. They're my peoples. And over here is our family. You know. I love them. I'm so cute. And then these are like all the graduation pictures from, I think, yeah, 2014. And then I try to do one of those every year. I haven't done it in the last 2 years, but to highlight the things that happen throughout the year, make a collage for it. And my grandparents are just the goats, and they're always watching over me, and I can't even talk about them without getting... I was listening to my daughter's vlogs last night, and every time I woke up, I heard her talking about her gecko, Philip. Is he in here? I don't think he's on these ones. And I heard her talking about him, and in my sleep, I was crying. Like, I wasn't fully asleep. I could hear her, but I would start crying, and that is, yeah, he was a hard loss too. You know, I, for 3 months, did not sleep at all. I woke up, checked on him, checked his temperatures and everything, trying to figure out what was wrong with my little gecko. Man, I never found out, and to this day it breaks my heart. And these, where are they? And these 2. She was 8, and I think he was gonna be 5. She's almost 9, and we got him in 2010. Yeah, he was gonna be 5, and they died a week apart, and that was like so devastating for me too. Not even a week, I believe it was like 6 days apart, and that crushed my soul. I went to a job interview after my bunny died, and I was trying to hold in tears, and it was, man, it was, yeah. So, I don't know. I've had some amazing pets and people in my life, and I've been blessed, you know? But I don't take loss very easily, and I get choked up over pretty much everything. I'm a sensitive soul, you know? But it was on my mind because there was about 4 vlogs she mentioned Philip in, and I was like, oh my God. And looking back, I was upset because during the last doctor's appointment vlog, it was when I was going to my grandma's funeral, so I wasn't able to go, and I tried to FaceTime them while they were at the doctor's office, and the connection was bad because I was in the country, and trying to do it all, you know, be in Illinois with my family, and also try to be at my gecko's appointment. But basically it just ended up her saying they had pretty much given up on him. he lived for 3 months after that, and then yeah, well, maybe like 2.5. Yeah. But anyways, we're gonna make this Friday the 13th a good one. It just was on my mind. Get the rest of the day started. Alright. Hopefully Kevin will be up by the time I get up. So hello guys, and welcome to the 14th day of Vlogmas. We're almost done.
How many days was we going for?
He's already tired and he has not participated.
I'm anticipating like 5 out of 10 of these little.
I don't think so. Y'all tell me, has it been 5 out of 10? Because he has to be in a full video for it to count. So please tell me.
A video in the morning and the afternoon. That's a full video of me. That's a full video of me.
No. So we have another round of questions from Kindelle. Hey boo. And her first question was what, Kevin?
The top 2 things you love about each other.
Wait, we're just stopping there because we're just going to answer that one first.
Okay.
So the first question was, what are the top 2 things you love about each other? And I'm going to let him go first.
Well, I said,
he has notes.
My notes, I wrote down. So I say she loved me through all my faults. That's one. And the second one, she's very creative in our relationship. Very creative. And our marriage, very creative in our family. Just putting this house together was creative because, you know, I didn't have thought to go into this place, but she, and her mind, she can see where everything needs to be placed. So she's a very artistic person, and that's where I think that's where one of our children gets their vision from, you know, from her. As far as she can see something before we even step in, she knows where everything is placed, and that's what I mean. What I love about her creativity.
I love about him that he's hardworking. Like honestly, guys, not that long ago, he was working 3 jobs for our family, and I think that takes like a real stand-up dude to be able to work 3 jobs for the family, and still I allow me to be at home with my children while he was doing all that work. So to me, that was like, it was a big deal. It afforded me the ability to stay at home with my kids, plus establish the relationship that I have with them today. So that was all thanks to him. And I also like his persistence. He's very persistent about things that he wants, and you know, when he knows that he really wants something. When he wants something, he like goes after it, and he won't stop until he gets it. Like for instance, for the longest time he was going after his nursing degree, when I would have been like, I'm done with this, like yeah. I'm over it. But he kept going and going after that, and then like even resorting back to our video that we made yesterday or the day before, where he was, you know, pursuing me. He kept going and going. Like I'd be like, okay, I'm good, like check out, I'm done, and he was still going. And to me, like, it just showed that like if he really wants something, he's gonna go after it, and he's not gonna stop until he gets it. So he does have like that persistence about him, which is amazing, because I do like that. I do like somebody that's like, I'm gonna get what I want. So those are the top 2 things that I love about him. Now Kevin, what do you want to change about me?
Well, let me see.
Doesn't it sound like he got a list?
I have a crazy list. I always like have the notes in front of me, but my only thing is, but the thing I like about is the dog situation. Like the dog, you know, he keeps her up at night. You know, I think she's too much. I think she would change. I think she needs to change her approach with the dog, because I think she takes too much time with the dog, and which causes her sleep. If the dog is sick, and the dog is not even looks like he might be sick or remotely upset, she'll spend the whole night waking up, flashlight on the dog cage. The dog sleeps in our room in a cage, and it's like, hey, are you okay? What's going on? And then, you know, the next morning, I'm like, how many hours of sleep you get? 2 hours of sleep. Knowing damn well her alarm goes off at like 7, and then she gets up and she goes into our garage and does a treadmill, and she starts her day. But my thing is, you just gotta release the reins a little bit, because we've been dealing with a lot of issues with the dog for the last 6 years. So, we know, situations with him, and I think she needs to spend more time with just focus on trying to get more sleep and more rest for herself. The dog is really smart. He starts growling and moaning because he's like, "Are you talking to me? You talking about me?" It's crazy.
That you complain about for him is the same intensity that I go for you too.
At the same time, I feel like she needs to focus on herself and not so much as, with the dog situation,
I got you. That makes sense, and I didn't know that weighed heavily on you, so
yeah, because I
didn't know that. I really didn't.
I feel like, there's those things that you need to, take note, because you're like telling me, you're only getting 2 hours of sleep, and you have to, you work from home, so you have to get up and you have your schedule set, and you start moving, you're not fully functional. And then when things need to be done, you're not fully functional. You're working on half power, half energy. So you gotta look at those things. So that's all.
I got you. Well, the thing that I wish that I could change about him is he's not a planner, and it drives me nuts because I like to plan things, and he's kind of, how would you describe your method?
I'm like I don't know.
He's a see right in front of him person.
Yeah,
he's a minute by minute person, and I'm months ahead, and then I'm years ahead when I'm thinking of all of our planning, and he's just right there the next minute. Well, in the next 5 minutes this is gonna happen, and that's how he plans. And I'm so futuristic that I feel like I'm always having to like yank him with me to get things done, because I see something in my head and I start like going full force to that, and then he's like over here for the 5 minutes in front of him. And so I think that drives me absolutely nuts, because if you look around the house, there's all kinds of planning and things that I'm doing, and I have boards and all kinds of stuff where I'm trying to make these plans, and then he's just 5 minutes in front of me. And while it's good, just to have things go in short term and long term, he doesn't really short term plan either. Like that 5 minutes in front of him is not planned out. Something happens. Like for instance, the car happens, and that's something that obviously you should have something planned for the car if something happens. And that 5 minutes ahead, he's not like, I have this plan just in case. So that kind of stuff, because like I tell you guys, not having a plan creates anxiety for me. So being with somebody that's not much of a planner creates anxiety for me. So that's just that one thing that really like irks my skin, because I sit down, I do planning meetings with him, I run numbers, like he knows the stuff that stays on my mind.
She helped me out with that little card, and I was writing down, she wrote down the numbers and what we need and how it needs to happen. So that does help. It provides a map,
It does help, and I have to take note of the way that he needs to see things mapped out, because even though it's in my head and these numbers are always going throughout my mind throughout the day, and it's dates, times, all that stuff.
I'm a visual person. That's one of my weaknesses as far as planning things out. So I totally agree that definitely needs to be worked on, to be changed.
I do things the way that he wanted to do them, because he was to lead our family, and I would get frustrated because it's not how I wanted it to go. Right or left, up or down, I go with him wherever he goes, but I begrudgingly go sometimes. It's very begrudgingly so.
She's not. Yeah, I'm not a much of a planner, so I have to take heed to this, and because she put all this together, I mean, the behind the scenes. All this house thing, whole movement states from point A to point B was her. All I had to do was pack stuff in the car and drive, in the U-Haul truck, and then the U-Haul, and everything was sitting in storage until we got this. We lived in a hotel, and it was an adventure. We lived in a hotel for about a month when we moved here. And it was a month-to-month hotel, right?
It was,
It was an extended stay hotel with 2 beds, a kitchen,
We made it work.
It made it work.
We made it work.
We had a dog in there. We had 2 guinea pigs. We had 2 teenage kids.
Our grown kids.
Grown kids, teenage kids.
We didn't get to sleep in the same bed together for weeks. 4 weeks. And we would go to the car and we'd be like, I miss you.
Yeah, we ended up like I was going to work from there and come home, and then you know, within a month, you know, she was like, we were planning, looking for homes.
As soon as I got here, we got here at 10:30 at night, and the following morning I hit my realtor up and I was like, I want to go look at houses. Yeah. And Kevin was like, yeah, and I got it. He was tired and I got it, you know what I mean? I understood, but at the same time, like, look how long it took us to get a house, and technically without Rose's help and everybody, it would have taken longer. So the longer we just sat on it, the longer we would have been in the hotel.
That's true.
And all that stuff. So I just think everything happens for a reason, and this is the type of thing that I'm like, I push him behind the scenes to get things done. With him by my side, like, we could get anything done. Anything is possible. But with me fighting him and having to pull him, like, we're not going to get too far. So for him, like, oh, the house, this was the ultimate goal. But for me, I want a bigger house. I want a better place. I want more. And so I don't know where the end is for me. And that's one thing I have to say that I noticed about myself. I don't celebrate my wins. I move on to the next thing. So it wasn't like, yay, I got a house. I was like, okay, so next 5 years, I'm planning to do this and get out of this house and be in this place. And I'm not only planning for me, I'm planning for my kids. I'm planning for my parents, you know what I mean? Because I see in the future my parents staying with us. I know, how do you feel? I don't know. I mean, I've talked to him about my parents staying with me. I can't see them going to a home or anything like that. I want my parents with me and me taking care of my parents. Like, I can't see them anywhere else. So that's how my planning goes. I'm like, I need a big enough space for my parents so they feel like they're comfortable and we're not on top of each other, and they have like their own part of the house that they can be in without, you know what I mean, with me being in their face, but also know that I'm there just in case they need me, you know what I mean? So this is how I plan. I plan for him. I plan for everybody. So even my siblings, I plan for everybody. So that's just how my mind goes. Like, I just want us all to be okay. I want us to be better than okay. I don't want us to be worrying about anything. Thank you for spending your minutes with us. We love and appreciate you. And if no one told you they love you today, we love you. And then I'm tired. I'm gonna go to bed.
I mean, we've been at this, what, 14 days now, so like a champ, you know? Yeah. The people that fell off already. So they parked it and said, oh, I can do 2 days of this, and that's it. But she's up at like midnight uploading the videos, and you up to, oh, was that midnight? I'm like, what?
Yeah, I put it on private. I try to put it on private before I go to sleep, so I'm editing until like 2 o'clock in the morning. Who is that wolf?
Was he growling again?
There was a dog barking.
No.
Yeah, and it's a full moon, I think. Friday the 13th, you guys. Wow. The last Friday the 13th of the year. If I was in San Diego right now, I would be getting pierced, because this is when they do their piercing deals. We love you, and we'll see you tomorrow. And Kindelle, if you have any more questions, we love it because it helps us not really have to think about content. So, and yeah, he made a big old thing. We were gonna do it in the car, and he's like, I want to be completely focused on them. So
yeah, because I figured when I'm driving, I'm focused on my destination. I'm not really focused on talking, and then and that's one of my things, especially if I'm out there. I like to, hey, because I'm looking everywhere, and she's like, hey, about these questions, and I don't think I do at times. Okay, I'll give you my good answer. But other times I'd rather have times I can sit down. I'm like, I'm relaxed. I can sit there and have a conversation, and I can talk to you off the head. So, you know, what's going on. And that's it.
Yeah, that makes sense. I really appreciated that he even wanted to sit down and like do it in a more formal setting versus like our Grubhub vlogs where we're just in the car.
Yeah, making deliveries and, you know.
Yeah. So again, I don't know. We keep saying we're gonna end it. So we're gonna end it this time. We love you. Bye.